Here's the full boot up sequence for an IBM 5155 portable personal computer. As you can see, it's like the size of a sewing machine and tips the scales at about 30 pounds. This type of machine is commonly called a luggable computer for hopefully obvious reasons. No edits or cuts have been made while the machine is working in this video, so everything you see is true timing of the post and the boot and disk access and all that. And the first thing you'll notice is, in fact, how slow the post is for the RAM check. So long that I decided to do a voiceover for this video, lest the viewer go comatose from boredom. So this particular machine came to me with the factory default configuration of 640K of RAM, a CGA video card, a parallel card, a serial card, and two 360K floppy drives, and of course an Intel 4.77 MHz 8088 processor. I haven't had to do too much to it. It just kind of worked when I got it for a while. Then I started getting a lot of read errors on the floppies. Then it stopped booting altogether. I checked the heads. I took it apart. I checked the heads. They were clean on the floppy drives, but the rails that the head rides on were kind of gummed up and dirty, so a little rubbing alcohol to clean those up and a little lubrication with some lightweight clock oil, and it's been super reliable. So that's pretty great. I was a little worried as I had 3 different friends counsel me that the CUME drives that IBM put in these things were pretty garbage as far as these things go. After a little cleanup and lubrication, they're working great. As you can see when this comes up, it requests the time and date, and that's because there's no real-time clock here. You could get one as an add-in board. So yeah, every time you boot, you have to tell it when in time and space it is. The only other thing that I've done to this is to add a network card so that I can run Michael Brutman's mTCP suite of tools, which are really fabulous. And the inside of this machine is basically just an IBM XT jammed into a case. So it's a full-size motherboard, just crammed in there. The issue with that is that the floppy drives sit on top of the board, and so you lose 4 ISA slots. You don't lose them, you just have to use like short stubby cards in them. You can't use longer cards, which, if you know anything about 8-bit ISA cards, many of them are in fact long boards, so it can be a little tricky sometimes. So here I'm loading up my favorite Office suite. It's called 8-in-1 by Spinnaker Software. It's a little heavyweight on this machine. It runs really great on a 286 class machine. But it's everything you could ever want. It has got a word processor, a spreadsheet, a little database program, a terminal emulator. It's pretty great. I have legitimately used this software throughout the years to write documents. In fact, right after shooting this video, I did use the 8-in-1 word processor to type up a document for work, and then I FTP'd it over to my desktop using the mTCP tools, and then did a little formatting, editing in a text editor, and then put it on my Google Drive and shared it with my boss. So it's kind of funny, because I figure anything that keeps me from having to type directly into Google Docs is a productivity win, really. I also have, not shown here, an IBM Pro printer, which fits really well with this machine, both in style and in, this is a contemporary printer to use with this. Home design. I'll show that in a separate video, maybe. Maybe we'll print out some spreadsheet charts from the software, or like a floor plan from the home design software I have that runs on this, also slowly.